Hello everyone, I'm so blessed. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a topic that has been floating around this platform. Container gardening versus in-ground garden and why people choose to do one over the other. Well, I'll tell you, I believe it's because it really depends on your circumstances and your lifestyle, and I want you to make your decision based on your circumstances and your lifestyle. So regardless of whether or not you're a beginner gardener or you're a seasoned pro, I hope the information that I'm going to share with you today is helpful or at least insightful. So let's start by understanding what container gardening is. Unlike traditional gardening where plants are grown directly in the ground, container gardening involves growing your plants in pots or some other container. This method offers several unique benefits and has become increasingly popular among urban gardeners, beginner gardeners, and those with limited spaces. One of the biggest advantages of container gardening is space efficiency, obviously. If you live in an apartment or you have a small backyard, container garden allows you to utilize vertical and horizontal space efficiently. You can grow a variety of plants on your balcony, on your patio, and even on your windowsills. Let's not forget that containers are portable. It allows you to move them plants for optimal location on sunlight, and it also allows you to protect them from harsh weather conditions. This flexibility is significant and it's an advantage because once you put them in ground, you're less likely to want to try to move them. Also, with container gardening, you have complete control over your soil quality. Yes, that's right. You are responsible for what you put in that pot, honey. This is particularly beneficial if you have your native soil that is of poor quality or is contaminated in some kind of way. So putting them in a container pot, you can customize the soil mix to suit the specific needs of that specific plant. Don't even get me started with the pest and disease problems, honey, because if you put them in a container and you elevate them, well, this makes it less accessible for the pests to get inside your container. It won't completely stop it, and you're still going to have to do some treatments here and there, but you have a little bit more control over the container environment than you do if you have it in ground. Not to mention, remember, it's portable, so you can spread your plants out. You can move them. You can control disease going from one plant and then to another just by moving it. It's also easier to monitor and address those issues in a smaller controlled space like a container. And I know I definitely mentioned in previous videos that, container garden seems to be more accessible for people who have mobility challenges. Raising them plants to a comfortable height can reduce that need for bending and for kneeling, making gardening more enjoyable for more people. So those are some of the advantages of container gardening, but we gotta acknowledge that there are some advantages to in-ground gardening as well. For example, in-ground gardening is advantageous because of the root systems of large plants tend to thrive better when they're grown in the ground because they have more space for the root system to spread out and grow. So that's one obvious reason. Also, water retention for in-ground crops is better because, of course, roots can reach down into the ground for water resources, whereas in a container, you're limited to what the grower actually puts in the container, not to mention you have drainage holes, so most of what you put in the container is going to leak out over time. So you have to be consistent with your watering if you're growing in containers. Fertilizing is also less frequent when you're growing in ground, but if you're in a container, you gotta be on a schedule of constantly feeding your plants, because the only nutrition that they're going to get is what you put into the soil in the container. Also, I just want to say, be careful what you are, who you are influenced by when you're not just watching videos, but I want you to be more conscious of your choices. Okay, so don't be too influenced by what other people are doing. Do what is best for your circumstances and for your lifestyle, and let that be how you make your decision. Okay, both, like I said, have advantages, but really depends on you, your lifestyle, your circumstances. I just want you to grow something. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in, clicking on the video. I want to see you in the next video, so please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you later.